point of view, we have about 340 odd member groups all throughout the region. They're all volunteering community sector groups who have an interest in mental health. And one of the biggest problems they were reporting back to us is the employment, support, assessment and the problems they were having. The reason why we did this survey was a lot of our member groups were getting in touch with us and saying we're really concerned about the people we're working with and the impact this is having on them. Individuals who didn't belong to any organisation from right throughout the region were getting in touch with us in very distressed states, not knowing where to turn, where to go for help. See how widespread the problem was, or we just been in, you know, people were just getting in touch with us about the worst cases. And we wanted to see what effect it was having on their people's social lives, their housing and their mental state, etc. Now underneath this we've put a quote from you because we wanted to know what the government said before they introduced this. And I've got to say, Alistair's right, we found out it is, I've got to say, ex-Labour councillor, I found out that it was the Labour Party that actually did start to introduce this. 99% of the organisations, remember this is organisations who might deal with 10 service users, who might deal with 100 service users, might deal with more. 99% of them reported a negative impact on their service users. Not only on the service users, but on the families, the carers and the people surrounding them. This is also professional workers who are trying to support them. They were saying that people who had been recovering were noting despair to people being actually suicidal, and that was common, people reporting that back all the time. Nearly 86% of people thought that no notice had been taken of medical evidence whatsoever. We've just brought some direct quotes because the quotes were excellent, and I'm afraid we've got handouts, but I've only got 6 handouts left, but you'll be able to find all of this on the Mental Health North East site.
We'll give the PowerPoint, you know, get it emailed out.
Yeah. So medical evidence was routinely not sought when needed, and often little consideration was given to it. As an example, a recent client medical examination by Atos led to a report that explicitly stated that the client should be placed in a support group. This was ignored by the department and they were placed on a workplace activity group. Ridiculous. Doesn't make any sense. It is only at the appeal meeting that mental health concerns were taken into account. Like ending their lives as they feel unable to cope with this process, with what's happening. It's exactly what you've said. Many people also lost their entitlement to housing benefit and council tax. Some people have had their housing benefit taken out of their bank when they shouldn't have done, because they shouldn't have had to pay it. But before it went back in, they've had overdraft charges put on, so it's put them in a spiral of debt as well as insecurity about the house. And we're even hearing cases of people who are losing their homes as a result of this. I have one lady in particular who was engaged in some voluntary activity. This person had been doing extremely well, would probably be being fit for work and looking for work, and was contributing to a local community. This assessment has made that person actually suicidal, and now they need more support than ever.